Welcome to this screencast. We are looking at the bubble sort for GCSE Computer Science. Now, the bubble sort, one way to recognize that algorithm, and you need to be able to recognize it compared to the other two sorting algorithm you need to know for GCSE. The bubble sort has got a Boolean variable, often called swap, to record whether a swap has been made as you pass through the list or not. And here's our list of names. So we're going to get started with all these names you know from famous movies. Guardian of the Galaxy. I think we'll stick that one out because it barely fits. Right, so this is our random order at the very start of the swap. And before we iterate through the list, we set our swap variable to false. Now, the first element of the list, Gamora, is compared with the second element of the list, Nebula. And we are looking at which one is the largest. Now, for text, for string, G comes before N, so we leave those two like this, and N comes before M. So far, no swap. Swap is still false. But M is further up the alphabetical order than G. So we swap those two and we set our swap variable to true. R is higher up the order than M, so no swap this time, but the swap variable stays true as we're still traversing the list. Finally, R should be above D, and we've reached the end of the list. So for first pass through the list, we always pick up the highest value, R, and that goes to the very end of the list. So our swap, we did one swap, at least one swap this time around. Consequently, we've got to go through the list again, and we start by resetting the swap variable to false. G does not change space with N the first time, but the second time we swap those two, and swap becomes true. N is higher up than M, and higher up than D, and lower than R, so we stay there at the top. We've done one pass, so we need to do, and we did one swap, sorry, in that pass, so we need to do another pass and reset it to false. Gamora, Groot, Mantis, Drax, so we need to swap Drax and Mantis. We've done one swap, Mantis, Nebula, Rocket. The top of the list stays as it is. Another pass is needed. Gamora, Groot do not change, but Groot and Drax swap places. And we stay here. We did do a swap, so we need to do another pass, reset, swap to false, and this time we swap those two. We did a swap, so reset, swap to true. At this stage, us human, just reading this, we know it's sorted. The machine does not know it is sorted because we did do one swap this last pass. Consequently, we need to do one more pass through the list. Before we do the pass, we reset swap to false. D is before GA, GA is before GR, GR is before M, M is before N is before R. We did not swap, so we've reached the end of the list and our swap variable is still false. This is the stopping condition for the bubble sort algorithm, and the machine now knows that the list is in the correct order. Remember, when you are looking for the difference between sorting algorithm at GCSE, look if there is a Boolean variable that is going to record each time you do a swap, and will also act as the stopping condition for the whole algorithm when one more pass is done through the list is already in sorted order. The machine does not know that yet because the machine, in order to be sure, needs to go through the list without doing a swap. Thank you for listening to this screencast. I look forward to seeing your work in the lessons.